What's good, campers? Today we are here to bring you a review on Emma Frost. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am in the Content Creators Program, so Emma Frost is part of the Content Creators Program. You know, we have her for a short period of time and then she will be removed from our accounts before she is globally released. Now, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to do my reviews a bit differently, so I'm going to leave it on the screen for you guys to read, and then I'm going to just talk about the things that I like about Emma Frost and maybe the things I dislike about Emma Frost, and then just show you guys some gameplay. So it could be that, you know, if I finish explaining the things, then I'll just leave the gameplay to run so that you guys can see the gameplay, and then we'll leave the video there. So first of all, you know, for those of you who don't know, so Emma's got two forms. She's got her diamond form where she's practically immune to everything. I think the only thing that I've come across that she hasn't been immune to is degeneration. So as you can probably read for yourself here, also the other form that Emma has is her telepathic form. Now, what I found was that if you're highly skilled and you don't really get hit much, you want to try and make sure that you remain in your telepathic form as much as possible, because I feel like that's where you get the most damage from Emma. When you're in her, if you're a bit of a sloppy player and you get hit quite a lot, then the diamond form is going to be what you're looking to remain in for most of the time. It's a bit of a 50-50. You got to sacrifice the damage output for the diamond form, and then for if you want the damage output, you got to sacrifice the kind of heavy resistance to most of the attacks in the game. So that's kind of, it's kind of like a double-edged sword at the end of the day. If you can't have it both ways, you know what I mean? So you can't do a decent amount of damage and still be in diamond form. You know, it's not going to work. Although the damage output isn't that bad, but you know, if you want the maximum damage from Emma, you're literally going to be at a point where you say to yourself, right, I want to basically use the telepath form. So what I found after doing a bit of testing, I mean, some of the things that I love the fact that Emma in her telepathic mode, telepathic mode or form, sorry, I love the fact that she basically she wrecks evading champions. So she has the power to basically stop anybody from evading. I've tested it, and I'll do a separate video on that, but that was one of the things I loved about her. You know, if you're someone that struggles to counter Nightcrawler, or you're someone that struggles against OG Spideys, like Emma just absolutely wipes the floor with them. But again, I'll show you guys that in a separate video. Another thing I loved, and I've done a little bit of testing. Now, if you time it correctly, you can actually, you know, you can obviously withstand certain attacks a lot more when you're in the diamond form. So I was playing around a little bit, and you can do little things like, you know, fight Medusa, and when you're fighting Medusa, you can fight Medusa and then time it so that you get into your diamond form as she is approaching her 3 Furies, and then you can literally fight her and just keep comboing, and then the auto block won't parry you because you'll be stun immune in your diamond form. So, you know, there are definitely ways to play Emma that allow her to counter certain champions. I'll give you another example. When I was fighting against Hyperion, I made sure that I believe it's when the opponent has more of a power bar than you do, that's when you enter your diamond form. So what I was doing was I was spamming my L1, and when Hyperion got to his L3, I made sure I was in my diamond form. So I was able to withstand, fighting against a rank 5 Hyperion, I was able to withstand about 3 specials, 3 special 3s, I believe. And then I think I had about 25% health left, and then I think I ended up killing him after that. So, you know, it definitely has its bonuses. One of the things I do not like was one of the synergies. So one of the synergies that Emma Frost has with Colossus basically allows her to enter diamond form when you and the enemy are within the same power bar. So if you're both within the power bar of, like, you know, getting to your L2, you will enter your diamond form. That I didn't like, because I feel like it gives you less it gives you less control as to when you want to enter your, as to how you kind of manage it basically. And I feel like, you know, it can tactically be used to your advantage quite a lot. So if you learn how to fight Emma in the right scenario, I don't feel like there's a wrong matchup for Emma. So if you kind of learn, I mean, I've used Emma against Killmonger and whatnot, and even the reverberation, she takes less damage in her diamond form than she does in her telepathic form. So you definitely want to learn it takes a bit of getting used to, but you definitely want to use it to your advantage, because you could be in a fight where, you know, you fight a Morning Star and you can make it so that majority of the matchup you remain in your diamond form, and therefore you don't have to worry about the bleed as much. So she is definitely going to be a very, very, very useful champion in my opinion in so many different scenarios, because like I said, I do not think that Emma has a bad matchup. One of the things I will answer, if you guys are wondering, so I mentioned earlier that in her telepathic form, she has the ability to basically just nullify evading. You cannot, champions cannot evade from her when she's in that form. I did some testing in LOL against Red Hulk, and it doesn't counter the LOL evade. So just in case some of you guys are wondering whether it does or doesn't, I did do some testing and it didn't. So that was one of the things I wanted to touch on. Another two synergies that I was overly impressed with is her synergy with Cyclops, which allows her to get critical hits on a blocking opponent. I thought that was crazy. So basically, if your opponent is blocking and you're hitting into your opponent's block, you can still do crit. You can still get critical hits. I thought that was quite good. That's a synergy that we haven't seen in this game yet. So I thought that was quite handy. Also, so Emma builds up her Prowess Charges. So I think in her diamond form she can build up to 5. In her telepathic form she can build up to 10. So one of the things I found, and you know, you do little things like you know, having a perfect block when you parry the opponent, that, as you can see the Prowess Charges going up, and I found that also while I was doing certain damage, I don't know if it was upon critical hits, but that was also making the Prowess Charges go up. So I find that she's got a synergy with Phoenix, which allows her to double the amount of prowess that she gets from a perfect block. So when you parry, instead of getting 1, if you're with Phoenix, you'll get 2 every time you do a perfect block or whatnot. And I found that quite useful, because if you're in her telepathic form and you want to get to 10 prowess quite quickly and then shoot off at L2, you're able to do that a lot quicker when you have that synergy with Phoenix. So I thought those 2 synergies were the ones I found the most useful. But in my opinion, I mean, I think she's going to be a great champion. I do believe, you know, if we're looking at, so looking at one of the things I want to break down is she going to be good for Alliance Quest? Yes, I believe she will be. I believe she'll absolutely tear through any path on Alliance Quest, which will be good. You know, sometimes when you bring champions and you haven't got a poison champion or you haven't got a bleed immune champion, like you know, you can bring her on your team. As long as you've got her in her team, you should be able to take any path. So I think she'll be really good for Alliance Quest. Alliance War, I do think that she can definitely hang with regards to being an attacker. I think that she is a very versatile champion, and you know, especially if you're rolling with someone like Captain America Infinity War and someone else, you know, another champion, with those synergies, it would definitely allow you to use her as an attacker in Alliance War. As an Alliance War defender as well, she's going to be definitely causing problems with the opponents trying to evade her attacks with the inverted controls. So I think all round there's not a bad game mode that she's going to be bad in, to be honest with you. I think she's all round a good champ. Let me know you guys' thoughts on the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, man. Take care. Peace.